DOHRIS, the data for ocean and hurricane research and intensity studies. When you access this webpage, you will find by default the track of Hurricane Dorian 2019, as well as some satellite and in-situ data related with this hurricane, like sea surface temperature, as well as algal floats, underwater gliders, moorings, and XBT data. If you want to visualize the data for another storm, you can go to the first section of the menu. This section is called Tropical Cyclones, and there you can select another year from the list. In this case, I will select year 2021. And as you can see, all the previous data will disappear from the map. After that, you can go to the other menu, the one with the name of the storms for this year, and you can select one hurricane. In this case, I will select Hurricane Ida 2021. After that, you will see that the track of this hurricane will appear on the screen. This hurricane icon will represent the position of the hurricane for the day you select in this calendar here. This calendar will control the date for satellite data. By default, it will be initialized with the day where the storm starts, and the maximum and minimum time period that you can access is 1 month before the start of the storm until 1 month after the storm ended. If you select another date, for example, August 28, the market will move to the position where the hurricane was in that date. And if you click in the icon, you will see a box with additional information. For example, the hurricane name, the latitude and longitude position, the category, the maximum sustained wind, among other options. The same would happen if you click in each of the circles representing the track of the hurricane. You can click in each of them and you will find additional information. After that, you are ready to start adding data to the map. For example, you can click in sea surface temperature. In this case, you will have 3 color palette options, one for the high latitudes, another one for the mid latitudes, and for the tropics. The maximum and minimum values for each color scale will be found in the legend in this area of the map. You can select, for example, sea surface salinity from SMAP satellites or salinity from model. In this case, the model we have available in this version is DOHRIS. Or you can add ocean color or precipitation. This list here gives you the possibility to change the time because the precipitation is every half an hour. And if you select another time, the data in the map will be reloaded based on your new selection. For the sea surface height, you can choose between the absolute dynamic topography or the sea height anomalies. We also have available in this version CCMP winds, as well as the wind vector animation. If you click this option, Clear Selection, it will remove all the data from the map and will leave only the track of the hurricane. For the in-situ observations, we will have 2 calendars to control the data you are displaying in the map. Those calendars will be initialized by default with the date where the storm started and with the day where the storm ended. And the idea is the same. You will have a maximum time period starting 1 month before the start of the storm until 1 month after. And for example, I'm going to add algal flows observation, drifters, gliders, moorings, and celdrons. In this case, the black dots represents the algal floats observations. The red line represents the Seldrum. The yellow squares represents the moorings observations. The blue dots represents the drifters, and the purple dots the gliders. When you click in each of the dots, you will find additional information or plots. For example, this plot is from a glider observation. When you click in each of the circles, you will see a plot with temperature and salinity versus depth. The maximum depth is 300 meters. And in this case, the blue line represents the temperature and the orange line represents the salinity. For an Argo float, the idea is the same. When you click in each of the circles, you will see a plot like this one with temperature and salinity versus depth. And if you click in the plot, you can use your mouse to move the plot to other position. For the Seldrum, when you click, you will find a plot with sea surface temperature represented by the red line and air temperature represented by the blue line. For the moorings, you will find a plot with sea surface temperature and air temperature. And for the drifter, you will see a box with the drifter ID, the latitude and longitude position, the time, and the temperature in this location. We can remove data from the map by unselecting the boxes. And if you change the time period, the data in the map will be updated to show the observations in this new time period. Another option is, for example, to represent the aircraft missions. You can click here and you will see a list, and you can select the mission using the flight ID. For example, this is one of the options. You will see wind bars representing the wind speed, and you can click in each of the wind bars and you will find a box with additional information. In this case, for example, you will find the altitude, the pressure, the wind speed, wind direction, among other options. You can add, for example, drop zone data. This is one example. And when you click in each of the dots, you will find a plot with temperature versus relative humidity. We also have step frequency microwave radiometer winds. The idea is the same. You just have to select one of the ID of the missions and the data will appear in the screen. This is one of the step frequency microwave radiometer wind. And clicking in each of the dots, you will find a box like this one with additional information as well. At the end, we have XBT data represented by green dots with a plot of temperature available when you click in each of the dots. There we have the third section in the map with additional features and links. If you click in the first option, download data, you will have two possibilities to download data in DOHRIS. One is, for example, let me add the mooring and the sea surface temperature, for example. You can press the control key and with the mouse select an area in the map. And when you click the download button, all the data will be automatically downloaded to your download folder in your computer, but in this case, just in XCDF format. The other option you have to download data in DOHRIS is to click in this link and go to the AirDAP and download the data there using all the features that AirDAP provides for this purpose. Also, you have other layers. You can remove the grid, for example, or you can add it here. You have the section with important links. Those links will provide you with more information related to the data you can visualize in the map. In this case, for example, we included the links to the gliders project, the link to the drifter webpage, to the Argo float webpage, to the Seldrum data. We also have a link there to the ocean viewer. And at the end, you can find the contact information link with all the email address of the people involved in this project, and you can contact each of them if you have additional questions or if you want information about something. Let me show you one more thing. Those information icons next to each observation will provide you with more information related to the data, like the source of the data or some description, for example. This is all that I want to show you today, and thank you for your attention.